I'm in the right orientation, Molly Plops. Are you Molly Moo? Oh, poor Molly Moo. And Molly, Molly, Molly's got dementia. Dementia. Poor Molly. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, have I made this public? I don't know. Testy, testy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, I must have made it public. Oh, look. Some poofter there with a vacuum. I'm bored stiff. Bored out of my tiny mind. There's nothing on telly. There's nothing to watch on YouTube. Hello, everyone. I've just come on because I'm bored. I'm oh, sorry. Oh, I'm gay. No, that was just that video wasn't serious. I hope somebody thought it was serious. I'm not sure. I am a gay. I have to say, unfortunately, I'm a gay, but you know, I don't speak as effeminately as that. But yes, I do sound very Yorkshire when I do my camp voice, and a bit EastEnders when I do my butch one. So there you go. So I'm sitting here with a freshly shampooed carpet. That's why I've got things where they don't normally go. And it's boiling hot in here because I've had the heating on. We don't need the heating on in October. It's too warm. I'm thinking of putting my budgie smugglers on later, well, tomorrow, you know, and having a bit of a sunbathe. But I won't. Not on that lawn. It gets peed and pooed on. By the dogs, obviously, not me. I don't go out there and squat on my own lawn. Not yet, anyway, but maybe one day I will. I'll be that doolally. Oh, anyway, you haven't seen the vlog from London yet, have you? You haven't. Oh, I've got to do all that. Oh, I did a live from London. Had to delete it because I had the telly on in the hotel room, and obviously there was some copyrighted content. And so these multimillionaires at ITV or whoever decided, oh no, you can't show that without us having our cut. So, you know, good luck to the 2 pence that they might have earned while it was up. So I thought, well, if I put this up here, I own that content, you see. I own that because that's my fat belly there. Look, it's fatter now, actually. I'm a fat blimp. So yeah, I'm here just sort of chatting because it's too early for bed and there's nothing to watch. I got so bored yesterday. I did mention this I did a little video today to finish my vlog. Has anyone seen Threads? If you're in the UK, have you seen Threads? Did you see it way back in 1984, or have you, like me, recently seen it because it's on the iPlayer? I'm glad I didn't see that in 1984 because in 1984, when I was at school, we were bombarded with talk of nuclear war. You know, another way to keep us scared and compliant. So it was all that was the big thing when I was at school: nuclear war and the threats that we're going to be bombed by Russia, and we'd have to make a fallout shelter in our living room by taking a door off and then putting a mattress over the top and pillows and getting some canned food and something to piddle in. You know, that was my experience of growing up at school. That was the fear porn we had. Oh, and then it was a bit later on, it was the Irish bombing everywhere. But I started working when that was more of a threat for me anyway. We had to look for bombs, you know. Anyway, so I watched this Threads yesterday. I split it into 2 parts. And yes, crikey, if I'd watched that in 1984, I don't know what I would have done. I would have. Now I'm watching it as an adult. I can see it's propaganda, and if you can hear a cracking, it's this awful. When we moved in, whenever it was, none of the floorboards squeaked, and it was sold, you know, all squeak free. But they did. We had to have a chippy coming in to screw them down. Mark's walking about in his bedroom, so obviously he weighs a ton. So if you can hear any cracking, that is the house groaning because he's got out of bed. He's gone to bed already. Right, so yeah, Threads. Yeah, it's on BBC iPlayer. It is very harrowing to watch now. So I don't know what it would have been like in 1984 to watch that. Oh no, there's 33 people watching. That's an evil number. Either one person please leave or somebody join. So I watched it in two parts. I had a break from it because I was having my dinner at one point. I thought, I'm not watching this when I'm eating, because people were eating rats and stuff. So basically, the upshot is there's no point in surviving a nuclear war, because even 13 years after, everyone was just scrabbling about in the dirt and eating rats and not speaking proper English. But what spoilt it for me, and I did mention this in the video I filmed today, what spoilt it for me was at the end. I won't give the plot away, but it's not, it's grim. A daughter was born of one of the main characters, and the film ended when she was about 13, having her own baby. And obviously the baby came out as a bloody mess, and it was handed to her in a towel or something, and it was clearly stillborn. So it ended with this 13-year-old new mother who'd just given birth to a stillborn, sort of screaming. And I could see her back molars had been filled with amalgam fillings. And I thought, how ridiculous. So that ruined it for me, because there was no dentist when she was born, after a nuclear war. So there were no dentists, no NHS. You couldn't fly off to Turkey to get your turkey teeth. No, there was nothing like that. So how come she had metal fillings in her mouth? So I think they should have really looked into that. That ruined it for me. Absolutely ruined it. So yeah, look at that. It's a lovely vacuum, that one, isn't it? Right, let's see if you've said anything. Oh, I've lost some viewers. Oh, well, I always do, you see. What should I do my camp? I don't know if I'll gain more viewers if I do my camp or if I do my birch, or I just sit here scratching myself. I'm not sure what would be more enjoyable. Has YouTube gone downhill? Is it just me? I'm just finding less and less things to watch. I'm getting some odd suggestions on my YouTube. Really odd things coming up that I thought, well, why is it suggesting that to me? And I foolishly click on them. And of course, when you watch a few seconds of a video, you're not sure what it's about, then you get suggested more. I got a video entitled, I'm not gay, but I have a fetish for penises, or something like that. So it was two blokes on screen, but the actual man who has the fetish you only heard his voice, but, well, he sounded like a poof to me. That's all I'm saying. Yes, he's not gay, but he likes to service chaps, apparently. If you know what I mean. I've got to keep it clean in case there are any kiddies watching. I don't think there will be. They should be tucked up in bed at 10 o'clock, So anyway, what's this? Hello, Jess. Hello, Naeem. Hello, James. Hello, Mohammed. I'm fine, thank you, Mohammed. Hello, G. Hello, Bosch Whirlpool Lad. Hello, Mark Cobra 11. Hello, Jane. Oh, yes, Jane, I am. I'm actually doing the advent calendars. Yes, certainly on this channel. I'm planning to do them on my other channel as well, if I can get them done. But yes, on this channel, there will be, and it's going to be multiple advent calendars like I did the year before last. So there will be, I'll just give a sneak peek. I'm not telling you what they are, but there will be a toy advent calendar. There will be a premium toiletry advent calendar. It's not Molten Brown. There will be, I can't give it away, but there'll be sort of a quirky, different advent calendar. That's 3. I'm sure there's a 4th. I'm not sure. There'll also be some of my famous Christmas makes that I normally cock up. If you remember, one year I did a gingerbread house, and the other year I did a chocolate house. I couldn't find anything really different, so I've got some sort of craft kit, a Christmas-themed craft kit, which looks very nice. The picture looks very nice, but I expect when I've finished with it, It's not going to look like the picture, let's say that. And there'll be other Christmassy things as well. So yeah, that's the plan. Um, Hopefully, yes, I'm definitely doing them on this channel, and hopefully on my other channel. But I want to get most of them in the bag, or at least half of them in the bag before the end of November. Because yes, spoiler alert, I don't record them all on the day you see them because I couldn't, because I do have a life, such as it is. Um, so look, that's the inside of a Hoover High Power Compact. Look, isn't that fascinating? Um, all right, let's have a look. Da, 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 da. Uh, You see, when I stop, oh, yeah, I've done your question. Thank you, J. Crawford Smith. I'm okay, or haven't been okay, ever since I came back from London. I might have to heavily edit the London vlogs because there's quite a lot of me blubbing in hotel rooms, especially the one I went to in Covent Garden. That I was a bit of a drama queen, I have to say. Yeah. Yeah, my recent trip, I did everything I planned to do, but I didn't enjoy a lot of it, I have to say. But I've got to edit all that, because there's a lot of swears and nudity in it. Um, right, hang on, I'm just going back. Um, right. Hello, Lisa, Jess, Alex. Hello, Fred. Mohammed says not to get into too much detail, but did you know yes, I did know it's a presidential election tomorrow. Um, it might get fixed again. I don't know. I think it was fixed the last time, to be honest. We'll see what happens. I'm not. I think they're all a-holes, no matter who they are. I have to say, I've come to that conclusion. I don't think it matters, but if I was to choose, I think I'd rather have the a-hole that's the a-hole with the hair like straw. That's who I'd rather have, because at least he likes the United Kingdom. He actually likes us. The previous one, the one that used to sniff the babies, and recently he's been chewing on babies. I've seen a YouTube video. He was nibbling at some babies' legs and things. I know they're supposed to eat babies, these elites, but they could keep it in private and not do it in front of cameras. But yes, I think Mr. T has got a golf course in Scotland. He does like the UK, and I think it'll be better for the UK personally if he gets in. He was talking of trade deals with the UK. So any of you vacuum fans in America, if you want a Henry, if Mr. T gets in, it's possible. I don't know if we can sort out a trade deal, free trade between the UK and USA, might mean you'll get Henrys a lot cheaper. So I don't want to sway your vote because I don't know if that's going to happen. Anyway, as I said, I'm not going to stand. I'm not staying up and watching it. It'll be in the wee small hours here. I'll just see what happens on the news, after, and just see. But I think they're all as bad as each other, whatever you do. So, hang on. Time to go back now. Stop talking. Um, right, right, done that one. Lisa saw it in 1984. I don't know why I didn't see it, Lisa. I was a teenager in 1984, but it was probably something that wouldn't have interested me. I knew about it. I've known about it for a while, and I've seen clips. But I never saw it, and I thought, oh, it's on iPlayer. Let's watch it. Only for the 80s nostalgia, as much as anything. If you like 80s cars, it's worth watching until, of course, they all get blown up. Hello, Elliot. Hope I'm having a good start to the week. It's been meh. Been shampooing carpet. That's what I did today. I'm on a course of antibiotics, which I've just finished, which I haven't got the clap or anything. It's nothing to do with that. But that's not helped my stomach. I'm now going to be taking a load of pre and probiotics to boost my stomach flora and fauna that the antibiotics would have decimated. So, yeah, and I've been feeling very tired. I actually went to bed in the afternoon, actually went upstairs to bed, which normally I might have a little nap occasionally during the day, but I don't often go upstairs and go to bed. But I did today. But I enjoyed it. I needed it. I needed a rest. Hope you can hear me properly. I took my phone out of its case. There's no video on my main channel because I couldn't be bothered. I've plenty of videos you could have seen, but it's another Hoover one, and I've only just done a Hoover one. There may not be one on Friday either. Depends if I can film one. I need to film a new video this week, or at least finish a video that I've already started. So hopefully you'll see you on Friday. But if you don't, you don't, I'm afraid, I don't have to do it if I don't want to. So hopefully Friday, because, yeah, Mark's going to be out all day tomorrow, fortunately. So I might, and I've cleaned the carpet. So, yeah, we'll see if I can finish a video off and put that up Friday. Hello from Mexico. Oh, it says my sleep is on. Stop it. I don't know what that's going to mean. I'm hoping I can still do da. Hello, Mark. Jess says, have you seen Soft White Underbelly interviews with all sorts of people who've lived shitty lives for one reason or another? Interesting. No, I've not. I don't really want to see people who've had shitty lives, to be honest. I don't really want to watch stuff that brings me down. I shouldn't have watched that Threads, really. I'm just trying to avoid. I'll tell you what I've started getting my DVDs out. So currently, amongst other things, I am rewatching The Duchess of Duke Street. And if you don't recognise that lady there, you might recognise her as Bridget Jones' mother, because that is the actress who played Bridget Jones' mother. But in the 70s, late 77 or 78 or something, she played the Duchess of Duke Street. If you like period drama set in the early 1900s, that's very good. Most of them are dead now, of course. Although I was looking at it, and there's a man they call Major Whiskers, who looks decrepit and ancient, and I've discovered that he was only 53 when he played that part. So that's odd. When you're younger, everyone seems ancient, I think. It's not Rituals. No, it is a nice brand, Elliot, but not Rituals. I would say they're probably more of a natural brand, animal-friendly brand. It was an expensive advent calendar, but I bought it because the contents are supposed to be worth a lot more than the advent calendar cost. Oh, James, do I have to? It's the same every year, setting up the Christmas tree. It's the same every year. I don't do anything different. It's just, it's bad enough having to do it, let alone film it as well. I mean, I'm gonna get it up hopefully around the 1st of December. It's just so boring. I hate doing it. I really hate doing it. I'll show it when it's finished, but it's not going to look different for the last several years. There might be the odd new ornament. And I'll probably do my doodah, my little village, my little light up village. I might show that, I suppose. I could show that. I might do that because I didn't show. I might show how I set up my little lighty up village, maybe, but not the tree because that's just. Ugh. Oh, there's Molly. Look, there's Molly. Oh, Molly Moo. And where? Oh, she what? Oh, she. There she is. Hello, Molly Moo. Bless her. She's doolally tap now, unfortunately. Bless her heart. Sam Gloves likes gloves. What gloves do I have at home? Let's think. Well, I have just a couple, I think. Some sort of gloves to keep my hands warm when it's winter time. Oh, and of course, I've got some little white lace ones that I wear when I'm doing drag. Obviously, those. And some leather ones and some fingerless ones. No, I don't have any of that. I do have two pairs. Think about two. I might have three pairs of gloves because you buy gloves because you lose one pair and then you find them again. So I've probably got two sort of quite thick gloves. When I used to cycle in the winter, I needed really thick gloves to keep the icy wind out of my knuckles. And then I got some thinsulate, sort of acrylic thinner gloves. But we don't really seem to be getting very cold winters. Although I think this year in the UK we'll get a really cold winter because they manipulate the weather. They've admitted to doing it, and because the current government have stopped the winter fuel payment for the pensioners. So I think they're going to ramp up the weather manipulation. We're going to have unprecedented freezing weather because they want to get rid of quite a few more pensioners. They tried a few years back. In the care homes and that thingy that they did. So, but they didn't get enough. So I reckon there'll be, that's my prediction. We're in for a really, really cold, harsh winter. But it's very mild at the moment. I've had the back door open a lot of the time in October. Oh dear. Oh, we must. I've seen a political comment. We must stop politics. We should stop talking about it because I hate it when people I like on celebrities and things when they say political things that I totally don't agree with. It puts me off them. So if you're not in politics, don't talk about it. Really, but. Yes, I am. I would be. Keir Starmer would describe me as a right-wing thug. So that's what I am. I'm right-wing. I'm a right-wing gammon. That's what I am. I'm a nothing to those people, because I ain't woke, folks. Sorry to have to break that to you. I ain't woke, and I'm not going to be woke. I'm awake, but not woke. Awake to some things, but I'm sure there's things I don't know about. What's my opinion on big fat screen TVs? I don't know. I haven't got a big fat one. I would never buy a Samsung again. It causes me trouble. It's a good picture and sound. I'm not getting a Samsung again. But the screen's quite tough. I've thrown things at it in the past when it's been playing up. It does something funny when I plug the DVD. Sometimes it somehow zooms the DVD picture, just a quarter of it onto the whole screen, and I have to switch it off at the mains to stop it. Hang on, is Daisy wanting to go out? Where is she? Oh, is she by the door? Oh, you can't see anything. Look at that. Look, it's a motor, look. Ooh. You see, I'm very technical. I know what a motor is. Now, crikey, is that the time? No doubt I'll be going to bed at midnight. It's nice to have a chat because Mark's gone to bed. And he turns off, he zones out when I speak to him. Right, let's just try and keep up with the comments here. I've done that. Well, I am going back to London, J. Crawford Smith, with Mother to see Aber Voyage again. But I think that's going to be my very last time. I've bought all that for a treat. It's only a one-night stay. and then we're meeting up with my niece, my mother's granddaughter, the following day to probably look around shops in London. But I'm going. But fortunately, because I've been to Aberfoyle so much, I've got 2 free tickets to the Ocean Bird Lounge, which normally costs some silly amount of money, well over about 190 quid or something stupid. So now I've got those 2 free tickets, so I can take my mum to Abervoyage. We can get we don't have to queue up with everyone. We can, with a special entrance, we can go into this Ocean Bird Lounge and get free drinks and snacks, and there's veggie and vegan options. So that's free because I've been so many times. I can also pick up an exclusive visitor's badge, apparently, because I've been there 5 times. So yeah, that's later this month. So it's just a short trip. It won't be quite so traumatic, and I'm not going on my own. And I know how to get to Voyage, and I know where the hotel is, etc. Right. Right, hang on. Let's go back. Right. What did I have for dinner? What do you mean dinner? You see, dinner's at in the evening in the UK. Lunch is lunchtime. I haven't had any dinner. If you're talking about an evening meal, not really. Oh, all I had, because I've been on antibiotics, I've had to eat 3 times a day because I can't have the antibiotics on an empty stomach. So I want to go back to my 1 meal a day, but I couldn't at this time. So I had a cooked breakfast of vegan bacon, beans, toast, and eggs. And then sort of lunch, I just have a cheese roll and a yogurt. And then later on, I just had a jacket potato with some cottage cheese and I think another yogurt. And that's about it, really. Just because I'm having these antibiotics. So that's why. That's a lovely jumper. I've had that a long time. It's a Boden. They don't do menswear anymore. Right. Oh, it's hurting holding up my telephone. Right. Oh yes, thumb me up if you want. I don't know if it makes any difference. Right. Oh, I've seen that comment. That's what got me riled up. There we are. Lisa says sound and video perfect. Yeah, I think some people complained about the sound when I did a live from the hotel room, but I've taken my phone out of the case, you see. I've never reviewed a Shark Mess Master Bean Roblox, whatever that is. Oh, what do you mean Emma Thompson's mum? What? What are you talking about? Gemma James. You talking about the Duchess of Duke Street? No, she was Bridget Jones' mum in the films, Bridget Jones films. She played Bridget Jones' mother. I don't think she's got anything to do with Emma Thompson. No, Emma Thompson, unless you're responding to somebody else. Emma Thompson's mum was I can't pronounce it, Law or something, and she was also married to the man who narrated The Magic Roundabout. You won't know about that if you don't live in the UK, I don't think. Hello, Daz. Are you named after that famous washing powder? Elliot says, it's that time of year now. It's getting early. I brought out the Luminarica candles. Oh, I need to recharge mine. I've got loads. I need to put more recharge the batteries. I have them out all year round. But I have some red ones that I bring out for Christmas. And I have some on the landing in the hall as well that come on automatically. Yes, I had an infection in my one of my I have just had a root canal. earlier in the week, last week, and 2 days later I was in agonising pain, so I had to go back, and the naughty dentist before had prodded about somewhere he shouldn't, I think. So that's why I got an infection. I haven't got any STDs. Chance would be a fine thing. No, it wouldn't, because I'm celibate. I'd love to fix my Hoover logic, but nobody helped me with it, because, I'm not liked in certain circles. I'm sure somebody could say exactly what's wrong. I don't know if it's the thermostat or the timer, because it just kept heating up, if you remember. I'm not even going to ask for help. I've asked for help on my media and stuff before and didn't get any, so I just don't ask for help anymore. So at some point it might get fixed, and if I can't fix it myself, I'll make a video of me smashing it up and putting bricks in it and setting it on spin without, and make it go wild all over the place, something like that. I would like to get it working. I've still got it. That was the video. Oh no, what's this? Oh no, that was a different. Oh, we're on a different video now. What's this one? Oh, constellation video. That I've got this. I've got myself in the background because, as I explained earlier, I did a live in the hotel room with the TV on, and a couple of days later, or no, it was that day, I got saying, "Oh, you can't monetize because you've shown 3 seconds of heartbeat." It's ridiculous. So I'm only hurting myself by showing myself there, you see. Oh, Gemma. Gemma got confused, having a senior moment. Oh, heck, my lights have started to turn. Are we going to be in pitch black soon? Oh, that light's going to go off next. They're all automatic, Well, I changed. They were on plug things, but they're now got bulbs. Hang on, I'm going to have to access my eye patch. Where is it? Here. I couldn't use. I'm using my phone. I couldn't use my eye patch because the battery's nearly run out, and I couldn't be bothered to go upstairs for the charger. So I'm just going to go into my app. Just hold on, folks, and override that light going out because we'll be plunged into darkness. I'm just selecting the app. Where is it? Where's the app? Oh, God. That's the one. Right, hang on. Oh, it's only on 50%, look. Right, living room sideboard. I can make it brighter. Oh, there we go. And I will... It's going off. Oh. Well, I'll just have to turn it on when it goes off. Oh, God, it's hot in here. Yes, Gemma Jones. I think, yes, that is the actress. I've not tried anything Bosch Whirlpool Lad. Apparently, the first wash I did, I pressed economy or something, and someone told me it only uses existing hot and cold water and doesn't use the heater, which is why it worked. But since that video I made, it went back in the garage and... Oh, is Elliot here? Somebody's mentioned Elliot. Oh, there he is. Well, Elliot, you naughty boy, I thought, well, he's bound to put a video up on Monday, just a 5-minute video from his sofa or sick bed, I can just picture him, being pampered and lying back and saying, "Oh, my darlings, you never know what I've been through. I've been in an NHS hospital. I can't believe it. It's been a nightmare. Oh." I thought that was Elliot. I really am disappointed. I'm sure everyone wants to see. You can get your mobile hairdresser in to poof up your hair and do your makeup, and then you can appear with a nice little house coat on, and just ham it up for all it's worth. Anyway, I hope you're on the mend. I'm glad to see that you're home because I don't know. I wouldn't have coped with being in hospital that long. Absolute nightmare. So I'm sure you've scrubbed off the smell of hospital by now. You've had several showers since you've come out. And I just hope that Matt is bringing all your meals on a tray to you and hand feeding you Little chocolate truffles. I think that's what's going on, is it? That's what I'm imagining is going on. Anyway, I'm sure everyone will like to see an update. Hello, Chris Emery. Hello, where's the coffee table from? Oh, that one. It's from M&S Marks and Sparks. I've got matching side tables. That's been moved. Used to be in the middle of the room. I've just shampooed, you see, because I've got stuff. That's the footstool that we're having here at the moment. So we've got like an L-shaped sofa. But that coffee table's going to have to come out soon when the tree goes up. So it's all looking a bit thingy because I've shampooed, you see. Right, hang on. Let's get back to your comments. I love the constellation. Right, how much? I think I've got enough juice on this phone. Right, right. Let me just do that. Will the sock come? No, I'm not. Happy Socks have not supplied me with socks for quite some years. The last time I did some socks was just a 12-day sock calendar. I don't think I'll be doing socks this year. And I'm certainly not going to buy Happy Sock one. They're ridiculous price. If Happy Socks are watching, if you send one over, I'll do it. But I've got loads that I can't really wear. You know, I wear a lot of them in videos. I don't wear them normally. I've just got plain black socks on normally. I just put them on for videos. And there's a lot of obscure, silly designs that don't really go with the vacuum, so I can't wear a lot of them. Well, look at me. What am I doing with that? Ooh, what a freak. What an absolute freak. Oh, he's a freak, that one. That Ibasic bloke. I think he's a bit fruity, you know. Fred watches reruns of Heartbeat. I've never seen Heartbeat. I've been to the place it's filmed a couple of times. Yes, that was the constellation that looks lovely, but it's all bent out of shape, a bit like me. It's bent. I think I managed to get it sort of working. I think the switch is okay. Look at me manipulating the switch. Yes, I do like the Connie. It's a very iconic vacuum. What speakers do I have? Well, I've got lots of speakers, if you're interested. I don't know which. I've upstairs in my bedroom, I've got some Kef. Oh, I don't know what they're called. Meta. Oh, I don't know. Are they? Oh, I can't remember what they're called. They're white anyway, with matching white stands. And these are Kefs as well. These are Kef wireless ones in this design. And I've also got these in white, which aren't being used at the moment. But yes, my Kef speakers in my bedroom, they're featured in a video. They're bigger than this. I can't remember what they're called. They're the sort of next range up from these little ones, bookshelf ones. But I like this fabric, you see, because it sort of goes, doesn't it? This is a new purchase. A Marantz is a CD player, so I can play and that's connected to those via an optical doodah. All right. Of course, I've got a hi-fi upstairs too. Oh, right, let's have a look. Oh no, why has Elliot retracted something? Has he been swearing? Oof, naughty boy. I bet he has, you know. Right, Gemma's been worried about Elliot. I'm sure a lot of folk have. I said to him, you better update your followers because, you know, they're thinking they might have to, you know, well, I won't say. They were concerned, you know. Nobody'd be bothered if I didn't upload for a couple of weeks. But, you know, I did know Elliot was in hospital because we had a bit of private messaging going on. Nothing saucy. And so I knew, but I said, well, people are asking about you. You need to sort of update just to say that you're okay. You'll be back soon. Yes, they're probably LSFS. LSX speakers. I expect that's what they are. I've even got these little I've weighted these stands. I bought all the bloody stuff, you know. I bought these tubs of these little ball things that you put in the stands. They're hollow and it's supposed to improve stuff. I got it when I was looking for hi-fi a couple of years ago, so I just got into all of that. But then I just bought the Kef because I like the look of them. And my dad used to have Kef speakers back in the day, but back then they were made in the UK. And I bought all Audio Lab hi-fi separates because I like the look of them. They sound good as well. But hi-fi channels, folks, worse than vacuum channels. They're just you must do this, you must do that, you must get this cable, you must do the no, couldn't be bothered with it. So I just thought I like the look of those Audio Lab ones. They got good reviews. I'll get this Audio Lab stuff, and I'm quite happy with my choice. Oh, what's Daisy crying for? Elliot didn't have the strength to vlog. There will be a dramatic hospital video. Well, I hope there's going to be some bed bath action. Right, hang on. Why are you crying? Eh? Do you want to go out? I better put you out now, actually. You're going to go out? Go and do piddle. Go do piddle. Go do piddle. Go on. No, you're going to do a piddle. No, Mark will be asleep now, won't he? No, no, come on. Oh, Daisy. No, go on out. Out. Go on. Go on out. Oh, go on. Come on, you need to go wee-wee. Go on. No, I'm not giving you a treat until you've done a piddle. Go on. Right. Go on. Off with you. I won't bother with Molly. She never does a piddle outside. She rather likes to piddle indoors, don't you, Molly Moo? Oh, look at the underbelly of that Constellation. That's how you can tell it's hardly been used. No scratches or rust. Hang on a minute. Oh, right, let's get back. Yes, I would have hated it, Elliot, and Elliot hated it as well. I would have been that. Well, I wouldn't have done it. I would have said to Mark, "No, I'm not going to hospital. You're going to have to pay for private ward in Bupa." Well, that's nice, Elliot, that you've been supported by Matt. But I'm sure when he wasn't visiting you, he was getting a lot of gaming in. Don't laugh at my banter. It's all banter anyway. Elliot knows I'm just bantering. I'm never serious about things. I don't need any more socks, Elliot. You know, I've got a big drawer full, you know, double-deckered. I really need to get rid of some. It was the work of the big green clean machine, Dr. Jinst. Do I still have the shark vacuum with the auto sensor? What, the cordless one? Yes, but I need to clean that up and flog it. LS50 Meta. Yes, that sounds familiar. I think those are the big speakers I have. Well, the bigger speakers. They're bigger than those, but they're not huge. But the stands are thicker, and the speakers are white and copper doodah. I like them anyway. Unfortunately, my neighbours were away, both sides, the same time I was away. But when I came back, they were still away, so I was able to ramp up my volume a bit. But I only had a day where I could ramp up the volume of my speakers. I'm still sort of burning them in, if that's the term. I don't have them very loud anyway. What's the great question for Mohammed? Have I missed it? Oh, what? Is that the great question about the shark vacuum with the auto sensor? Was that the great question? Gemma's waiting for your infamous chocolate houses or gingerbread houses. Yeah, well, I've done that. And there's still, I've been to Lakeland, looked on their website, and it's still the same gingerbread house. I do have a craft thing, a Christmas craft that I'm going to make. We'll see if I see something that I might think will make a funny video. I would like to do an edible one as well, an edible craft. So I'm planning on doing my Advent videos, but they'll also interspersed when I get them uploaded again. More of my old vintage stuff, plus there'll be some Christmassy themed videos in December, you know, which include the Christmas craft stuff. Maybe some Lego builds as well. I've got some Christmassy Lego, so maybe show you some of that. Yeah, there's so much I could do, but it's just finding the time, and sometimes I can't be bothered. Oh no, the Marantz is okay. I mean, I looked at that. It's one of the best rated standalone CD players, that. But I just wanted something black to match the other black things you can't quite see. But no, they're not like proper audiophile stuff. Well, nor's my Audio Lab stuff. It's not thousands and thousands. Well, it was. Altogether, it was thousands, but the Marantz is more sort of, I'd say, consumer level decent, but it's not. What am I doing with that hose? That looks quite obscene. The things I get away with on YouTube, demonstrating vacuums. Oh, I'm not sure what Gemma's referring to. I'd be bothered, Roger. Oh, or about going to hospital. Oh, yeah. I would hate it. I don't know if someone said you've got to go to prison for 2 weeks or hospital. I think I'd be saying prison then. You know, at least I might get some action. Oh, see, I told you it was going to go off, didn't I? Well, I was going to message you again, Elliot, but I thought, well, I don't really want to think I'm nagging him. I nearly did. I thought, shall I just ask him? Is that going to come on? There. I thought, shall I ask him again if it's okay? I don't want to be bothering him. And then I saw you'd put up a thing on Instagram. I thought, okay, so he's home with his pussy. That's all that matters. Where's Daisy gone? Where is she? Oh, you're on that one, are you? All right, let's close this door. There's the washer. Right, in case you're interested, I'm not. Oh, that is, I just can't, oh, it's a lovely, lovely cleaner. Oh, it's lovely. Look at it, beautiful. Right. Gary says, you looked like you were rubbing the Hoover like a crystal ball. I think I was doing some sort of crystal ball thing. I was saying something about look into my balls when I was doing that. Well, hi, Daisy. Oh, yes, that's funny, Elliot. Yes. Elliot says, Elliot Carver is saying, picturing Elliot being something out of Absolutely Fabulous, Edwina Monsoon, when she went into hospital. Don't keep me on the threshold of pain. I know you've got Valium. Oh, yes. And then Patsy's there. And she said, she orders the drug and says, and what cigarettes have you got? There's a documentary, I think it was on UK telly, but if you're not in the UK, it's on YouTube. If you can watch it, you should be able to. There's a new AbFab documentary, but it was nothing. Are you coming up? It's nothing much new I didn't really know about. Right, hang on, just wait. Oh, blimey, AbFab's so old. I mean, I remember buying AbFab when it was available on VHS tape. When it first came out, you know, when you used to buy VHS tapes of comedy series, and they could only get 3 episodes on one tape normally. So if you wanted that, you know, in the UK it's like 6 episodes per series average. So if you wanted the first series of Ab Fab, it would be, you know, 2 tapes, and they each had 3 episodes on. And then of course I bought them. I've got the whole box set now, of course. Look at me rubbing out that motor. Right, hang on. I would hate to, yes, hospital is dreadful, especially in the UK, I expect. Mark says, very boring question. Do you have a plinth heater in your kitchen under the oven? And do you use it? Yes, I do. And no, we don't use it. Occasionally, accidentally, the knob gets knocked with an appliance and it comes on. It only comes on when the heating's on. So what it is like a fan heater, but it uses the central heating. So there's pipes from the central heating that heat it up. So it's not got an electric element. It's got a fan, but the heat comes from the central heating. So it will, if it was switched on, it would come on automatically when the central heating comes on. But we don't use it. We've no need to use it. We have a radiator in the other side. This house gets very warm really quickly. So normally we've stopped putting the heating on timed now in the winter. We just put it on for an hour. And that if it's really cold. And that's normally all we need, fortunately. Yes, poor Daisy, you smell. Have you let off? LPs are expensive, new ones are. You can get, I mean, I got a record player because there's some artists that I've discovered that some of their stuff you can't get on CD, odd things. And I do have a few records from back in the day when I had a record player. But yeah, they're too expensive to buy. Yes, he was gaming. Yes, I knew he would be, Elliot. When the cat's away, Matt does a lot more gaming because I expect he curbs his gaming a bit when you're there. But because you weren't there, I bet he was up till the wee small hours doing whatever he does with his joystick. I thought that would be the case. In fact, I've got one. I think has he got a Nintendo Switch? Because I've got one. We used it about 3 times and I packed it away. But I'm hoping to get it out again and have a play. I got it for that Fit thing. I don't know if Matt's got that, but it might be something he could try because it's quite good. You can get this not Wii. That's years old. You can get this. I think it's called Fitness or something. It comes with a big ring piece, and you can squeeze it and throw it and do things with it. And you can. It was quite fun. I must do it again. Mark and I bought it as like a joint Christmas present to ourselves, and we never didn't use it. I don't know if it's going to work when I plug it in because the controllers I think are rechargeable, so I expect the rechargeable batteries in them are knackered now. I must get it out and have a fiddle. That's something I can do with nothing to watch on telly or YouTube. I should start playing with my joystick more often. See if I can get a higher score, you know. I didn't really play Super Mario. I did have a Super Mario. I did have a Super Nintendo, but I preferred Sega. Sega Genesis, as it was called in the USA. Sega Mega Drive in the UK. So I did all the Sonic stuff. No, I'm no plans to go live tomorrow, Mohammed, I'm afraid. But thanks for watching. I do have robot videos coming. In fact, there's some of the videos that are half made. No, I mentioned earlier. We're not getting a tree. I was requested to do another tree video, but it's going to just be the same. It's the same tree, more or less the same decorations. Maybe some have been given away if they're a bit older, and there might be a few new hanging baubles. But I said I might do a video separate of setting up my little village thing that goes on the sideboard. I might do that because I haven't done that. Is it 22:45 over here? Well, it was probably. It's now 22:52 or something. Dr. Jints wants a hetty, but she's over 400 bones. Oh, bones. Is that your currency? So you don't do dollars no more. Is that right? Bones? Crikey. Well, I suppose Americans do eat a lot of meat. So what do you do? So you eat the meat and then you sort of suck all the flesh off the bones, wash them, and then use them as currency? Is that how you pay for stuff? It's a bit backward. Yes, well, I did mention that possibly they might get a bit cheaper in the pneumatic cleaners might be cheaper in the US if a trade deal is sorted out between the US and UK, something that a previous president wanted to do. So maybe that previous president, who, if he gets in next time, that's possibly something that could happen. So if there is a free trade deal between the US and UK, then expect to see pneumatic cleaners a lot cheaper, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure they're worth talking of that, but who knows? So Elliot doesn't mind Matt playing with his, well, I don't think it is a joystick with a switch, is it? What do they call those controllers? I don't think they have a stick to waggle. I've seen Matt many times in backgrounds of videos fiddling with his joypad. Yes, I suppose if it keeps him out of your way when you're doing your, if you want to be doing your videos in the next room, your tiara ones, and Matt's, as long as he keeps the volume down, you don't want it, because that's what I can't stand when Mark's at home. If he makes a move and I'm shouting, I pause the video. I should keep these as outtakes. I pause the video camera and I shout up. So, but I can't do that. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Hello, Greggles Magic. Will you do a video of you opening? I don't get any Christmas presents being Rob Locks, so no, I won't be. Oh, look at that! It's in motion. No, I won't be doing any of that. Because unfortunately, I have to pay for all of those on my big channel. This channel, I paid for all of those. I know. I'm sorry to have to tell you, Elton John has never bought me a goblin. The Queen of England never bought me a vacuum. I didn't get anything from Donald Trump. Who else bought me one? Simon Cowell, I think. ABBA bought me a vacuum one year. I have all sorts of vacuums bought for me, but I'm sorry to say I paid for all of them. I just pretended that ABBA sent me whatever it was. I can't remember what model. I don't know if it was I don't know. But Elton always got me goblins very tight until he bought me a Forwerk one year to make up for all the times he bought me a cheap Asda Goblin vacuum. But no, I've not spoken to Elton since, so I don't get sent stuff anymore at all. It's a shame, but in my real life as well, we don't do Christmas presents. And you don't, when you get to a certain age, there's no point in doing Christmas presents because, well, I've got what I want, my partner's got what he wants. I sometimes get my mum, well, I normally get my mum something. I've got something in mind for Mother. It's nothing exciting, but I think she'll be grateful for it. Not spending we don't really go mad at Christmas, it's not the same anymore. So I like the preamble, the working up to Christmas is more enjoyable for me. So doing the Advent videos, but then it's all, that's quite nice. I quite like doing that. So they're coming back this year, but yeah, the actual day itself is just meh. Normally, I've never been excited or surprised because people give up on me. They don't buy me stuff because they think they have no idea what to buy, and often if they buy something, I'll say, "What have you bought me that for?" Oh, I didn't want that. Mark's done well a few times, He bought me tickets to see a panto a few years back. Paul O'Grady and Julian Clary were in it. What's that woman on Britain's Got Talent? With the long hair, and the boobs. That could be any of them. Amanda Holden. Is it Amanda? Amanda Holden. She was very good as Cinderella, actually. Good singing voice. And she could fly, too. Oh, and he did take me to see, this is very early on, we went to see Mamma Mia the musical in London. Um, right. Elliot says, I'll have to send you another cheesy. Well, I've still got the others. I think I've got two. I'm sure they're in one of the drawers. I thought, I'm not throwing those away. They might be worth a lot of money one day when they hit the big time, where they could be the new it couple. You know, there was a couple of Helen Hecknalls a few years back. You're probably too young to know. I think there was one was Scottish. I think they were both Scottish. One was a blonde and one was dark haired, and they did sort of house things. Well, you might know this, Elliot, because they did house stuff. Um, I think they went around puffing up people's houses or something. Not Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. It was, I can't remember, but I think they're still together. But they've gone by the wayside. I haven't seen them on telly for years. Can't remember the names. Um, how's the new bathroom? Well, I don't use it. That's Mark's bathroom. I do sometimes pee in the toilet. That one's holding up because that was done by a professional company. My ensuite, it's the same as it was. At least it's not leaking. But every time I step into the shower and the door jars slightly every time I close it, I think of the man that did it. When I look at the mosaic tile border, I think of the time I had a hissy fit when they weren't level with the other tiles, and he said that's normal. I said no, it's not. That's one time I got assertive. Anyway, I grinned and bared it, got rid of them. We never had them back. We never would have them back. We went to a professional. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's gorge. Look at that boy. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, no, where is he? That's not Daisy asleep. That's at my mum's. Oh, he's behind me. Oh, he's so lovely, that dog. My mum's dog, Harry. Oh, he's a lovely boy. He does appear a bit later on. Evie is there somewhere. Oh, I look quite slim there. Ish. Right, see you later, Bean. Thank you. Elliot, I thought you'd remember the gays. Yes, one was Scottish. I can't remember which one was Scottish. It was the dark-haired one was Scottish. Yes, I can't remember the names, but they did pop up. Was it as late as early as the 90s? Was it into probably into the 2000s, wasn't it? It's hard to believe that the 2000s, it's 20 odd years ago, the early 2000s. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've been so bored I've been watching my own videos. Now, I'm not supposed to. Well, I never watched my own videos after they went live because I saw these things back in the early days when I started YouTube. I was told if you watch one of your videos that's monetized yourself, they'll take your channel down. So I've looked into it recently, and I think people do it. So I sometimes need to check back on the video, especially if someone's asked a question and I'm not sure what they're talking about, or they've mentioned something and I think, what are you talking about? I can't remember. So I have to watch the video and see what they were on about, and then I can answer the question. So so now I've just started, it's not like I'm watching them over and over again. But there are times when I think, oh, I want to see that vacuum. I don't watch it for myself. I'm not a narcissist. I hate hearing myself and seeing myself. Obviously, that's why you don't see much of me. But I watch them because I want to see the vacuum, because I get hankering, because they're normally stored away. And I think, oh, I want to see that. I really enjoyed that vacuum or making that video. I want to watch that again. So I'll just watch it. So far, it's been okay. They've not said naughty boy. I mean, it's not like I've got them on a loop like today and watching them all the time. It's just occasionally I'll just want to just check up on an old vacuum that I'd sort of forgotten about and, doodah. Oh dear. Doctor says, Christmas really is for the young. I have almost 2 years on you, and I fear become progressively disenfranchised over the season of the body positive git in red and white. Well, I got rid of anything that was any decoration that had Santa on it. If I had well, some of my Thomas Piccone decorations I kept with Santa, but any cheaper decorations that had the image of Santa on, I got rid of. Charity shop, because as we know, Santa is an anagram of Satan, and I think it's quite sinister. That man coming down your chimney. It's all very dodgy. So I do actually have a little nativity scene I must put up this year. I keep meaning to put. I don't know where to put it. It's a very nice one. But no, I don't have Santa imagery in this house. Harry is a lovely, lovely boy. He is a beautiful dog. He's such a softie. My mum's made him a softie, but he's so affectionate. He's so lovely. He piddles when I arrive. He only piddles for me, apparently. He piddles with excitement when I visit. So we have to shoo them outside before I touch him because, he'll just piss. He is absolutely, oh. And Evie's lovely as well. But my mum has Eve. She's only got 2 dogs now. But they're both lovely dogs. But Harry is quite a special dog. Something about Harry. I've never heard of Scotland and Wales Best Homes. Didn't Gemma? Never heard of that. Yes, I obviously, if I do a premiere, I've stopped doing premieres. Oops, because people were trying to dox me during them. So yes, I know that's okay to watch them during a premiere because YouTube say watch along with your viewers. But yes, I'm not doing it to try and increase the views because I've never done anything to try and increase views. I just put the videos out and just let them sort themselves out. You know what I mean? And there's no point. I mean, just me watching one of my videos from time to time is not going to affect anything. One view of a video that I made years ago, because it tends to be the older ones I look at. Because I do tend to watch them at least once, long before they go live. But sometimes if I quite like the video, I might watch it 2 or 3 times. There's just some videos I like to watch over and over again before I put them out to the public. So I don't think that counts when they're private, before you've, changed the setting. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Look. Oh, get out of the way with that bloody vac. Oh, look at that lovely boy. Oh, he's asleep. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's a lovely, lovely boy. He's a good boy. He's got quite long hair there. Oh, he's lovely, Harry Bow. He listens to me when I'm FaceTiming Mum. I go, hello, Harry, and he cocks his head from side to side. Oh, bless him. Dee-dee. Well, I can't go on to... No, I can't. No, I'm sure it's fine, Elliot, Carver. It's not like, I've got these on now. I've only got that on in the background to stop any copyright problems from showing other videos. But no, I can't get into Mark. Mark did have... but I don't think it goes by the name because they know who you are by your web address or whatever. Not web address, There's an identifying code, isn't there, for everyone? So that it knows the area you're watching the video from, your whatever it is. There's a name for it. But Mark used to have the YouTube. We've got the YouTube app, obviously, on the telly, and I can sign in as Bits and Doings, or iBasic, or Roger's Box of Delights, my other channel, which I don't touch anymore, or I can sign in as just my name. But so I'm watching iBasic on Roger's Bits and Doings channel, but I think they still know that it's being watched in the same house, I'm not fussed about it. I don't think it's going to cause much trouble just to watch your own videos. And you do sometimes need to look at them again. And I prefer to watch them. You can watch them in studio, but I like to watch them on the big screen. And and watching them in the studio, you don't seem to get the full resolution somehow. Well, I've never got it. I don't get. I can get 4K on my iPad, but it never seems to show on 4K on the iPad. You see, that's 4K. Elliot says, feelings on Christmas adverts before bonfire night. For me, it's a no. However, I've secretly enjoyed seeing. I think it's been. Has it been too early this year? Has it been earlier? I did see. I quite like the M&S. I saw the M&S one today with Dawn French, the M&S food one, which I quite liked. There's one that said it was a John Lewis one about a robin, um, but I'm thinking it didn't even say John Lewis at the end. And I got a bit emotional over it, and I thought, well, if that is John Lewis, I'm I don't like you, John Lewis, because I don't think adverts should stir your emotions in that way and guilt you into going to buy their products. You know, I prefer the old-fashioned Woolworths ads. You can see them on YouTube. Back in the day when they had loads of celebrities showing stuff they had for sale and how much it cost. Go back to that. I saw an Aldi one today. Didn't like that. Some carrot thing. I haven't watched the Sainsbury's one because I don't like Sainsbury's. So I'd like the M&S with Dawn French. I thought that was good. And hopefully the M&S general ad for the clothing will not be the shit show it was last year when it was people basically ripping up Christmas cards and shredding crackers and doing all nasty things. They got a lot of backlash about that, if you might remember. So I'm hoping that M&S, for their regular general merchandise ad, is going to be more traditional Christmas. The stuff we want to see. We just want to see the same old stuff, you know, people sitting around a heaving table, you know, lots of nice lights, festive atmosphere, smiley, smiley faces. Obviously, nothing like real life, but that's what we want. We don't want all this crap. So, but if that Robin thing was the official John Lewis ad, I think they didn't even show a single John Lewis product, unless you can buy that stuffed Robin. Perhaps you can. Oh, hello, Greg. No, I've never showed a Lindhouse. I got asked about Lindhouse. Lindhouse are not common in the UK. They're a silly price. I don't like the look. I think they're hideously ugly things. I did see one on eBay, and I thought, no, I'm not going to get that because I don't want it. I'm not interested in them. I have to buy them myself. I'm not interested in them. There's odd vacuums I buy because they're dirt cheap, and I think, oh, if it's not popular, it's not cost me much. If it's a vintage vacuum, I buy those because I really want to own them. The old Hoover vintage ones, they're the ones I like the best. But no, I'm not interested in Lindhouse. It won't get many views. I expect if I said Lindhouse to most of the people in the UK, they'd never have heard of Lindhouse. Most people haven't even heard of SIBO. So they won't have heard of Lindhouse. As I said, they're not available. They're commercial. Basically, they're just commercial cleaners in this country, available through websites that sell commercial vacuums. I mean, obviously, anyone can buy them. And I just don't like them. I just don't like the look of them. You know, I thought Italians were good at design, but whoever designs those, I don't know, must be partially sighted or something. I'm not sure. But I just don't like them. So it's unlikely you'll ever see a Lindhouse. I think the M&S, because M&S last year again did two TV commercials. They did a food one. I think that again that had Dawn French and the Fairy, which was okay. And then of course they ballsed up on that other one. But yeah, they got a lot of backlash, and quite rightly so, because it was just, and that I don't know his name. He's from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, throwing something into a fish tank, and I thought, oh no, you know, I do like M&S stuff, but you know, Mother's getting an M&S where she lives. It's opening very soon. She's very excited. Just a food one. But at the M&S in Crawley, where I visited Crawley, you'll see some pictures on when I do the vlogs. Crawley is a shithole. I'm saying that on record. Didn't used to be, it is now. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I spent an hour in Crawley or so, and I did go to M&S. I thought that's the only place I feel safe. So I went to M&S in Crawley because it's closing in a couple of weeks. So you can tell a town's going downhill when the M&S decides to leave. So anyway, I went to there and I bought some moleskin trousers and some socks. Um, Spoke to the elderly assistant and said how shocked I was by the decline of Crawley town centre. And she didn't see it because she lives there. And when you live there, you don't really see the decline. But when you go back after many years of not going, you do see it. It was like us. Oh, I don't know what it was like. It was like nothing I've ever. I couldn't wait to get back to Yorkshire. I could tell you that. So I did go to M&S and I bought some few nibbles from the food hall. But yes, the town near where my mum lives is getting an M&S um, Simply Food, and she is very excited about it. So she won't have to go to York now to get to M&S food. So that's good. So Crawley's loss, but there is a gain up north. Is Bonfire Night the same as Black Friday? No, it's nothing to do with Black Friday. And Black Friday is an American thing. We do Black Friday. They've started Black Friday stuff already online. And when I worked at Asda, formerly owned by Walmart, when we first did Black Friday, we got all the cheap tellies and crap in, and people barged in, and But it's not like it is, I don't think, in the USA. We don't have hordes of people. We're British. We queue. So we don't have people trampling over other people and punching them and shooting them to get a flat screen television, $50 less or something. So we're more civilized here. But no, it's not such a big thing, Black Friday. But it starts everyone, Pneumatic, My Henry have started Black Friday last week, and there's other companies. Some companies just do it on a day, and then after Black Friday, it's Cyber Weekend, and Cyber Monday. It's just a But when you look at the prices of stuff, especially vacuums, as often as I do, you can often see that they just rebrand something that's in the sale. They just put Black Friday next to it, and it's the same price it was when it was in the sale. So it's all a con. You have to be careful what you're buying. But no, Bonfire Night, November the 5th. So we've already had fireworks going off everywhere. Anyway, we call it Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes Day in the UK, and it's to commemorate or celebrate the fact that the Houses of Parliament weren't blown up by a man called Guy Fawkes, who I think was hung in York. There was a gunpowder plot to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and unfortunately it failed. So that's why on November the 5th, for some reason, people buy fireworks and light bonfires and have cinder toffee and jacket potatoes cooked in silver foil in the bonfire. And we have, I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to do a thing called Penny for the Guy, where kids used to make an effigy of a human being. Well, it must have been Guy, actually. That's right. I've realised why it's called Penny for the Guy. So they used to make a sort of a stuffed version of Guy Fawkes and wheel it round the streets, and they say Penny for a Guy, and people would give them some money. And then on bonfire night, this stuffed thing would get thrown on the bonfire and burnt. Yes, bit odd. But in times past, I believe they used to burn like politicians as well. I believe there was effigies of Margaret Thatcher and other people. So I expect there's probably a few Keir Starmer, Guy Fawkes things being burnt alive. But it's on the 5th of November. But we've had fireworks going off. So yeah, it's just one of the silly British traditions that we still have, but I don't like it. It's okay now for us because the dogs are both deaf, but when you've got dogs that can hear, it can be really stressful for dogs. And I worry about the animals as well in nature with all these fireworks and bonfires. I just don't like it. Just keep it to organised displays and ban it for people in the back gardens. That's what I would do. Um, Let me just get back to the thing. I'll have to go soon. I do get chatting. Oh, look, there he is again. Oh, he's trying to eat my demo dirt. Naughty boy. Oh, Evie's in the background too. I can see a little fat tail. Little fat bottom Evie. Oh, she's lovely as well. Evie Peavy Lemon Squeezy. What's the time? Crikey. Yes, I'm not tired at the moment because I did have an afternoon nap. Oh, look, there's Evie on her back showing all her bits. You know, can't quite see. Well, hang on, let's get back to where I was with the comments. Well, Gemma, is the John Lewis one, is the official John Lewis one that Robin thing? Because I thought, is that, because it said it was the official John Lewis 2024 ad. But it's just a man with a robin, feeding a robin, and his wife's died or something. And is that it? Is that really the official John Lewis ad? Just go and look up. If you want to see proper ads, you might remember them if you're old enough. Just look up Woolworths Christmas TV ads UK. And just, you know, they used to go on for quite a long time. Used to go on for ages. And it was just a fantastic. There's one with the Goodies and Anita Harris, is it? And there's another one with, is it Joe Brown? The Woolworths, ever more spectacular Woolworths Christmas show. And all the stars of the time. It must have cost a fortune. But they're just showing, you know, stuff and how much they cost. I mean, really. Oh, let's go back to those days, folks. I don't like these manipulative ads that, you know, pull at your heartstrings, but it puts me off. I don't want to be manipulated by retailers. Right, hang on. Do I have I think there's been one white Christmas in the UK. No, it's normally our Christmases are cold. Well, no, they're quite mild and damp and foggy. A lot of Christmas days are just. I would quite like a Christmas day that's cold and sunny. That would be nice. But normally it's just dank and dark and horrible. We sometimes get snow where I live. We get snow often before Christmas, and then it goes quite quick. It's been many years since we've had snow that lasts more than a couple of days. Really? Well, even if Woolies do come back, Elliot, onto the high street, it's not going to be the same Woolies. I mean, Very, or the company that owned Very, Shop Direct, did buy the Woolworth name and launched them online fairly soon after they disappeared from the high street. And they even offered pick and mix, I think, but it wasn't the same. And it's just like Comet. I saw adverts for Comet Electrical Store on Facebook, and people were thinking, oh, Comet's back, yeah. And they said, oh, yes, we're back, but only online. But they're not. It's not Comet. It's another company that bought the Comet brand when they went tits up, you see. I pointed it out. I said, they're not Comet. They are so-and-so, because I looked it up. I said, who owns Comet? And so it's just some company, probably foreign company, just bought that brand and are passing themselves off as Comet. And that's wrong. It's like all these brands like Beldray is one I can think of off the top of my head, a very old brand, been going for many, you know, well over 100 years. And then you see people on these cheapo shopping channels telling about the heritage of Beldray. And I'm thinking, no, that's the Beldray we see is nothing to do with the old Beldray. That company's long gone. It's just been a name bought out. Same as Hoover in UK and USA. The Hoovers are nothing to do with the original companies, and yet they still try and milk the heritage when it's, you know, it's nothing. It really annoys me that, and it's just people believe, oh, it's got that name, it's the same company. No, it's not. In most cases, there are some cases where it is still, like Miele, they are still the original company, but most of the big brands have been bought out long ago, and they're not the same. So don't be fooled, folks. Before you buy a big name brand that you remember from the past, look them up and see who owns them now. Um, um, just going back. Just going back, folks. Greg says they've got the musical Christmas tins out of Marks and Spencer's. I'm going to get the biscuit. I've seen some of the biscuit tins. Yeah, I've seen a musical one. I've seen one with lights on, a shortbread one with lights. I think it projects stars or something. Elliot has a Lindhouse RX. Wouldn't have paid full price. And Fred Barker bought a winter coat at M&S. You know, I've got some M&S clothes and stuff. I mean, that's from M&S. That's from M&S. That's from M&S. But even M&S aren't as good as they used to be either. They used to make a lot of stuff in the UK. Gemma, those tubs, my mum, I hope she doesn't buy them. She bought Quality Street. She might have bought Heroes are okay and Celebrations are okay, but Quality Street is certainly disgusting. It doesn't taste anything like it used to, and it's now wrapped in bloody paper. You don't even have the nice, cellophane and shiny wrappers. I mean, we used to love Quality Street back in the day when it was the big metal tins. And there was assortments in there that they don't, mint cracknel was one of my favourites. And the one with the hazelnut in with the whirl, I think they could still, and of course the purple one. But they don't taste anything like they used to, and they're horrible. I wouldn't bother with those. I'd say Heroes and Celebrations are okay. I think Heroes I prefer, but even then they're probably not as nice. But certainly Quality Street, they should change the name from Quality Street to what, I don't know, Crap Street, Disappointing Street. I don't know. Don't buy Quality Street, folks. If you're in the UK, it's a waste of money. You hardly get any in, and they're not nice. And they just taste horrible. You could forgive them if they tasted like they used to, but they don't taste like they used to. And the whole experience, I'm so glad I was born when I was born and had all that. But we can see how things have gone downhill, unfortunately. I'm sure it's the same in America. Right, hang on. Oh, it was a prank about Woolworths opening in the doodah. Well, whatever Henrys I've got, I have got some an early Henry you've not seen yet. I don't know how early it is. I don't know. I've no plans on looking for earlier Henrys. I buy the odd earlier Henrys if it's unusual, but I don't actively look for them. I've got that many. Yeah, the fireworks are too loud. I mean, it's like a bomb going off. The next door neighbours have, well, I don't know how old she is now. She looks older than she is, but she's probably about one, little girl. And I was out clearing up dog poo or something, and the house over the way had some fireworks, and they were sort of holding the little girl and looking up, and as soon as it went off, she started screaming. So I came in and said to Mark, I said, well, that's her ruined now. She's not going to like fireworks. It was just ridiculously loud. You can get silent ones. Daisy, I can hear her whining because she thinks it's time for bed. Not because she wants a beauty sleep, because she knows at bedtime she gets a treat, and that's why I can hear her whining at me. I'm not going to bed yet. I will be going soon. Blimey, Elliot, you're on 18 antibiotics. I've been on 2 antibiotics, and I've just finished them. I was on 5 days, 2 antibiotics a day. No, sorry, 6. I've been taking I've been taking 6 a day. Yeah, two breakfast, 2 lunch, 2 evening for 5 days, and that's bad enough. And again, yeah, I've had to eat something because if you take them on an empty stomach, your stomach can go a bit funny. Now, Elliot, please, when you finish your course of antibiotics, get yourself some pro and prebiotics. I'll tell you what's good, and this has helped my stomach. I wish I'd started this when I started. Go onto Amazon. Actually, you can get these now. Just order some. Called OptiBac. Can you see that? This is to take specifically when you're on antibiotics, so it can help alleviate if you get stomach troubles. So you just take one of these at breakfast, and you can take them with your antibiotics. So I got 2. They're not that cheap, but there's only 10 in a pack. But I don't know how long you're on your antibiotics for, but I would recommend getting these OptiBacs and get the ones that say on antibiotics, just from Amazon. And then I'd advise take them for at least another 2 weeks after you finish the antibiotics, because the good bacteria in your gut will be obliterated by the antibiotics, and you need good gut health. It helps your overall health. I'm sure you looked into it, but just look for gut health foods as well. But this is a good thing to get. I definitely recommend it, and it seems to get good reviews on Amazon. I looked up, probiotics, prebiotics, but this one is specifically. So if you're taking 18 antibiotics a day, just order some tonight or tomorrow. Get them. But yeah, you'll need to continue after your antibiotics are finished. And then I still would look at supplementing with some other pre and probiotic things. This company does other ones that you can take on a regular basis. But yes, you really need to replenish your gut bacteria. So definitely do that, Elliot. Not that I'm a doctor, but I'm speaking from experience and research. It's boiling. I'm in West Yorkshire, Gemma, and it's boiling hot. I did have my heating on today for an hour, and then it came on because I didn't turn the thermostat down because I've shampooed my carpet. And it's so warm. It's really warm. It's a good thing that it's warm because it saves on the heating. It's not warm enough to hang your washing out, but yeah, it's pretty mild. I was sweating after as I was shampooing today. I had to take my jumper off. So it's very mild at the moment. You had pneumonia, did you, Elliot? Blimey. You go to sleep, photo puppet, with my soothing voice. Yes, go to sleep. Go to sleep. That's right, photo puppet. Sleep now. Send me all your money. That's right. Shh. I really like that fibre optic lamp on your buffet. What? It's not a fibre optic lamp. No, we call that a sideboard in the UK. Are you talking about that? That's not a fibre optic. That's called a prickle. That is the company is called Pols Potten, Pols Potten or On, Pols Potten, I think. And that is the small prickle. And they do a large prickle. Is that what you're referring to? It's not a lamp. It's just a prickle. Yeah. There, that's all it is. It's a metal wiry thing. Isn't it, Molly? Oh. She looks like roadkill most of the time, bless her. Oh, she's woken up, darling. Oh, sorry, darling. Oh, bless her. She doesn't know where she is. Thoughts on the new Shark Power Detect range? I don't know how you spell that. Not keen on the Shark. But my Shark, the last Shark thing, I'm using it for cleaning up piddle, but it broke. You know, I did that Shark stain striker. Well, that's already broken. The bit where you put the handle in snapped, so I can't store it with the handle on, and it leaks as well. You know, do yourself a favour, folks. Save up for SIBO. Don't buy a Shark. I know I've featured a lot, and I'm not saying I won't. I've got another one in the bag, so to speak, that I've made half the video for. It's not a brand new model, but I probably will show Sharks, but I'll get rid of them after I've shown them. They're not keepers. Any word on a rug change? Not yet. Not while the dogs are piddling everywhere. I can't understand that. Oh, you've just got ordered it. Well, yes. I hope, as I said, you can. I hope you've ordered a 2-pack at least. You can get a single pack. I think it's a bit cheaper to buy two. You say they're a bit pricey. They're only 10 in a box, but yes, you just take one at breakfast. But that's what it says. But continue on long after you finish your antibiotics, I would. And it's not a bad idea just to take a probiotic. If you can't, I mean, you can eat sauerkraut, but that's horrible. There are drinks and things that can help. Chilled drinks, kombucha, is it? And kefir, I think it's called. They're supposed to help, and there may be some probiotic yogurt type things. But go on Amazon and just research. It's easier just to take one of the capsules and just search by customer review. That's what I normally do if I'm looking for something I don't know about. I just do that. So these Optibac ones came up quite well. And yes, since I started taking them, my stomach felt a lot better. I wasn't getting stomach pains. And although I was always having the antibiotics with some food and not on an empty stomach. Oh, he's got to. Good boy. Good boy. Do as your Uncle Roger says. No, it was over both. What? Oh, that's not to me. Elliot says there's a kids' TV program from possibly Kate 80s. Oh, late 80s, I think that is. Early 90s. The Girl from Tomorrow. No, I don't remember that one. But I would have been too old to watch children's television back then, although I still did watch. I still watched Blue Peter long beyond I should have watched it. And Saturday morning stuff I used to record going live, with the lovely Philip Schofield. I used to record that because once I got working, I was always worked Saturday, because working retail, you normally have to work Saturdays. So I remember when I worked in Curry's, going live was on. I used to set my video recorder to record it, and I used to watch it when I came home. I could fast forward the bits I didn't want to watch, like who were those two idiots? Trevor and Simon, that's it. I remember Erasure being on Going Live back in the day. I haven't used George. I've used George around the edges, but not for the whole carpet. It's too much hard work. No, this carpet today was done with my big green clean machine. That's the best one that I use. Nothing else I've got is as good as that. So that's what I use on this carpet. My Bissell big green clean machine. What am I opening there? Oh, a Hoover Celebrity Custom. I've got two of those now, have I? Yes. Oh, I think I've coordinated my socks, sort of, with my top. Oh, yes, look at that, Roger. Oh, I've coordinated my socks with my jumper. That's from M&S. Just acrylic. God, I've had these curtains. Oh, look, they're the same curtain. Look at that. It's amazing. We've had those curtains since we moved in. You know, one of the first things we had to do was get curtains and blinds, and so I've never changed them. But I looked at prices. They cost a fortune, curtains. You have to, especially you have to have made to measure. It's too expensive. The Cure. Oh, I never liked The Cure. All that eyeliner and makeup. Oof, bit puffy. No, I only liked ABBA back in the day, really. Honestly, that's all I listened to. It was only later on that I listened to other stuff that I missed first time round. Oh, that's a very nice vacuum, isn't it? Oh, yes, that's the more recent one I've got. Oh, it came with the wrong hose, that's it. American. For my American viewers, there's one of your American vacuums that we got in this country. The Celebrity Custom. Yes, I've had those. Well, I don't know how long I've lived in this house. We lived in it since it's brand new. First people to live in it. You see, I've got all that footage I can show you recorded on tape, micro Sony mini DV tape. There's an annoying noise in the background. It click, click. I don't know what caused it. I can't. I might be able to edit it out somehow. Gemma was too old for that kids show. So that's good. When you have kids, you've got the excuse of watching kids shows. You've got the excuse of buying toys. Because of me not having children, because I'm a puff, I have no excuse to watch children's shows or buy toys. So I just put it down to being a bit mental. I don't know what the correct term is. So yeah, but fortunately, because of the internet, I don't have to go into toy shops and pass over the counter a toy. And even if I did, I could only do it like at Christmas time, and then people would think I was buying it for my child. But fortunately, with the internet, you can buy all sorts of things. I'm looking at Lego. I mean, I've got so much Lego. I'm hankering for some more Lego, but I never build it. I did build a Lego sightseeing bus in bed when I was poorly earlier in the week. I had it. I thought, oh, I'm going to build that. A very small build. But I've got all these big modular buildings that, you can build over days and days. But I'm hankering for this new Lego Botanical Gardens set that's just launched, and I haven't got the Lego Natural History Museum yet. I've got most of the other modular buildings, not all of them. I'm not paying the silly money that you're asking for eBay for the older ones. There's one for 500 quid. It's new in the box. But they're quite, they're at least £200, these modular buildings. Although John Lewis have got some on offer for £150, but I've got both of those ones. So it would be nice to build something. Oh dear, isn't it? Yes, there is. There will be. I did film an unboxing of the Henry Wash. You've seen the unboxing of the Charles. Well, I filmed the unboxing of the Henry Wash probably on that day as well, or within a couple of days of that one. So yes, there's going to be an unboxing on that. Just an unboxing, because I've done a Henry Wash video. There's going to be some demos at some point. Oh look, my tire's gone. But because I've done a couple of pneumatic videos recently, I don't want to put that out yet. So I do have an older Henry, I can't remember what year it's from, that I haven't unboxed. I've got a Bongos Bingo Henry to show you. I've got a cordless commercial pneumatic Henry, the one with the new battery thing. I got a backpack pneumatic years ago, opened it on a Christmas video. I haven't even had that out since. I need to make a video of that. It's long since discontinued. Um, and I did mention when I spoke to the people at My Henry, I mentioned about an upright, um, that people would like an upright. So I don't think there's anything new really on the. SIBO have hinted that there's something brand new coming, but she wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't give me any hints. She just said it was going to be totally new. So I'm wondering if they're going to get into a cordless stick, maybe. I'm not sure. If they do, I hope it's got a bag in it. They really need to get into that market, I think, because now Pneumatic have. Would be nice if SIBO, but I said, oh, don't go bagless. Don't go bagless, SIBO. So hopefully it could be, you know, cordless stick with a bag maybe next year. Miele have got new stuff out next year as well. I might get one of their new cylinders, the top model with a fancy screen on it. I expect that'll be made in China. Because SIBO's, all SIBO's models, are, even the E series that I think is quite new, it's not that new. It's quite, must be over 10 years old now. I couldn't believe it. I looked at an old E series video I made. I thought, what? Is as old as that? So they've just refreshed a few models with new colours and got pastel. They've made the Powerhead pastel colour as well now on their E series, but there's nothing very new. So it would be nice if it's something completely new. Hey, Daisy May, where am I? I'm going to bed soon, and then you can have your treat. I know I can hear her whining. Oh, where are you going? You're not going to piddle. You've been out, haven't you? Yes. Oh, she's tired. Look, she's saying, I want to go to bed. Yeah, we're going soon. Then we'll go. I need to go to bed. Got a very busy day tomorrow. No, I haven't. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Well, clearing up in here, putting everything back. I haven't been in the mood for filming videos, to be honest. I'm still not in that. I'm still not in that mindset. I have to be in the mood to do it. Otherwise, it's just. I actually, back in the very early days, I actually filmed a video after my Rupert died, the day after, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I've deleted that since. It was a vax, add insult to injury. And I remember thinking, you've got to stop this, Roger. Your dog has just died and you've still filmed a video. So now I wouldn't do that. And if I don't feel like doing it, I just don't do it. I've got to be in the mood. Or if something's been delivered I'm quite excited about opening, I will open it normally on the day, you know. But no, I'm not in that. I'm not in that frame of mind to film at the moment. I'm just a bit, you know. This. I'm sure Elliot will know what I'm talking about. You just have to, because if you just churn stuff out and you don't really want to do it, then it becomes a job then. And I think people can tell if you're just churning stuff out. I've got to be in the mood. But I'm fortunate I can just, you know, normally have a few videos in the bank, so I can normally shove something out that I've recorded ages ago. But yeah, I don't know if I've not got that mindset at the moment. I can't do it. But I will be. I will be soon, I'm sure. Just getting over this my antibiotics. So yeah, I think Elliot will be a while before he's back on full form. Thank you very much, Greg. I try to do a really good job. Well, of course, I remember Button Moon because it was narrated by Doctor Who, wasn't it? And his wife, Peter Davidson, Doctor Who, and the wife, Sandra Dickinson, who had a very squeaky American lady. We've been to Button Moon, we've followed Mr. Spoon, Button Moon, Button Moon. That one. That was ITV though. So I did occasionally watch the odd ITV programme, but it's mainly the Beeb. And that Cholton and the Wheelies, that was horrendous. That was horrific. I don't know. I'm not surprised that the people of my generation and maybe a bit younger who watched Cholton and the Wheelies, I'm not surprised that they haven't been traumatised by that. We got some odd, and Clopler Castle. We got some odd stuff when we were growing up, folks. If you look back on some of the things we watched, you can see a lot of this stuff on YouTube, and you think, crikey, that's a bit odd. Anyway, I still prefer it. We got some right twisted things. We got a lot of foreign stuff, with English dubbing on. We even had, I'm that old, they even showed black and white stuff when I was a kid. Laurel and Hardy was on quite a lot. I never see that now on regular telly. Might be on one of the the Freeview channels. And Harold Lloyd. I mean, that's the sort of thing my mother would have probably seen at the cinema. They showed that, and Champion the Wonder Horse. Really old stuff. They used to, in the 70s, they used to put that amongst, stuff like Rent-A-Ghost. Oh, Rent-A-Ghost, that was funny. I like Rent-A-Ghost. And Johnny Ball, Zoe Ball's father. Apparently he's got quite a big member, apparently. I've been looking at old footage, seeing if I can catch a glimpse, but it didn't look that big to me. But I suppose they're wearing quite loose slacks in the 70s. Yeah, so on Grange Hill, love Grange Hill. Nothing like my school, but it was nice to see a school with problems. It's so nice to go back in the past, because the present's not much cop, is it, folks? You'll know what I'm talking about if you're Generation Xer, like what I am. Uh, mhm. I never had a big track. I remember the big track. I had a friend who had a big track. You always have friends growing up that had more than you. He had a big track. He had all the Star Wars stuff. I was never interested in Star Wars. I don't think did I ever go to see it? I don't think I ever did. I've never seen the film, the original. I've seen bits of it. Not my cup of tea. I'd rather see Educating Rita, which I did see in the early 80s. I went on a date with Linda Clark. There was no shenanigans, of course. I think I might have seen, I don't know. I might have seen Star Wars, but I probably wasn't interested. I don't, I just remember that C3PO being a bit camp. That's all I remember about Star Wars. I thought he's a gay, he is. I wonder if he gets up to it with R2D2, I bet R2D2's got an attachment that sort of plugs into him, and then he plugs it into C3PO's butthole. I bet there was something like that going on. That's all I remember from and some hairy bloke that used to roar a bit. That's all, and that woman who had the Belgian buns on her ears, Carrie Fisher. That's all I know. It's quite a lot. And Luke Skywalker. Oh, I do know quite a lot, actually. I think that's all you need to know about Star Wars. Crikey, it's surprising how my hand has gone to sleep holding this phone up. I'm not flipping the camera because that would be horrific. I haven't shaved. Oh, Audrey, you're late. I'm going soon. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, don't press that. Oh, you see, the thing is, oh, Elliot, if you're still there, you might get a bit windy. I've been having quite a lot of wind, and I'm not sure if it's the probiotics, but I quite enjoy. I don't know if this was wrong. I read somewhere that inhaling your own farts is good for your health. I don't know if that was just some made up thing, but I'm sure I read up about it. So after reading that, I was inhaling them constantly. I mean, it's an odd thing. I like the smell of my own farts or trumps. We call them, I know, Donald Trump. We call them farts, or we sometimes call them trumps in England, in the UK. The gas that comes out of your botty burps. I think farts is normal. Fart or trump or pump. But yes, I don't think it's unusual for you to like the smell of your own, but to smell other people's, that's disgusting. So apparently it's very good for you to inhale your own farts. I'm going to look that up again. I don't know if that was just some made up thing, but if that is the case, then I'm going to live for a long time because I've inhaled a lot of my farts and I relish in it. I'm sorry to reveal this. We are nearly at midnight. I can reveal I sniff my own farts. I've never lit them. I've never lit them. So that's something else to try. Perhaps. I don't think I will. Gemma remembers Button Moon. My husband said someone asked me why Bungle from Rainbow wore pajamas in bed, but during the day was naked. Well, I don't know. Perhaps he wanted to be naked so he had easy access to Zippy and George. And George is definitely bent. Yeah, I always thought that. And I don't know what they were doing. You never saw the hand. Well, you did see the hands, but often, I don't know if they were fiddling with each other. Zippy was annoying. George was quite cute, but definitely a member of the LGBT plus whatever. Bungle, I don't know what Bungle was, and Rod, Jane, and Freddie, and there was a Roger as well. But I remember Roger. I'm going to Trump actually. I'm hoping I'll try and do it discreetly. Yes, it was all a bit odd. Why was Jeffrey living in that house with those three animals? We didn't question it back in the day. This will be going over the heads of any Americans watching. I don't think you would have got rainbow in America. In Finimac, I'm in a small town in America, and the only way I can get a quality vacuum with a bag is to order online. There is a Walmart, but the only bagged up pipe they sell is the Bissell. It's the same here with SIBO, actually. SIBO aren't widely available. You can get SIBO from some department stores, John Lewis, and some independent Euronics. It's a chain. They're independents, but they're under this Euronics brand chain thing. So they have this bulk buying power, but they're sort of independent little shops. So they could have the name of a shop and it could have Euronics logo. So SIBO available there. I did actually speak to the lady at SIBO, the managing director's wife, if they'd considered QVC. And she told me she knew a few people at QVC, but they won't sell on QVC because of the high rate of returns. And, you know, if they get stuff back all mucky and scratched, they can't really sell them on. So that's why they've never considered QVC. So I said, well, if people are so, if your cleaners are so good, surely you're not going to get loads of returns. But she said, oh, well, they want to, they'd rather sell more direct and have people be able to, you know, if they sell them, people can ring them up and get advice of what to buy. And if you go to an independent store, at least you can have a go of it. You know, nowadays it's most people buy online, and you don't get a chance to try things out in a shop. So, you know, at least if you've lifted a vacuum up, pushed it around and stuff, you've got more of an idea than just seeing it on QVC. So that's why they won't sell on QVC. I mean, it'll get the brand more, maybe a bit more recognition, but she said it's not worth it. And also TV advertising for them, it's so expensive, it's not worth doing. They go by more word of mouth, you know. So yes, SIBO aren't widely available. Miele are more widely available over here. A lot more stores sell Miele vacuums than SIBO ones. So they're more wide. And of course, New Henrys are really popular here and quite cheap. And they are, you know, very wide. It's probably one of the most widely available cleaners you can buy in the UK, online and in store. Even supermarkets, most supermarkets that have a few vacuums will have a Henry in the UK. So, yeah, they're very popular. Right, Elliot's off. Yeah, Elliot Carver. Well, tight and nice to see you live. So Elliot's very tight. I don't know if that means he's had a lot to drink, or he's very tight down below, or it's just a typo. I think it's a typo. Oh, Elliot's agreeing. Well, Elliot knows, being a YouTuber, some days you don't really want to do it, but I'm sure there's sometimes he does push a video out. Well, you think, I know there's times when something might happen, like on your Royal channel, I've heard you say something might happen in the news and you feel you need to say something about it while it's still current. So I can understand that's a bit more pressure for you to do that. And there are times when I've wanted to get a video out because it's a new model and I wanted to be the first to show it on YouTube. So sometimes I've sort of I've got to get this done. But normally the adrenaline's there and it's like, I want to be the first and I'm really interested to see this vacuum. So I'm eager to show it. So, normally I'll be quite interested. Like this model that's come up here. I was one of the first to buy it. More fool me because it's £200 less than I paid for it now. So an early adopter costs, you get the thing first and then they get reduced. So I've learnt my lesson with that. I've been using that quite a lot recently. It's all right. It's better than it was first impression, but still lets a load of fine dust into the filter. Bagless. No plans on another new vac. No. Well, I've seen Urang, my lord, quite well. We're watching quite a lot of it in our last caravan holiday because we only had the terrestrial telly, so it was on That's TV. So it was normally about the time we were having our dinner or supper or whatever. So Urang, my lord, got put on. Mark likes that as well, which is a bonus. Oh, here's Gemma. Hector's house, dusty mop and Humphrey cushion scares me. Hartley Hare, yes, Hartley Hare had mange, didn't he? And oh, Hector's house, that was French, but dubbed. Yes, Hector's house was Hector was the dog, and there was Fifi, wasn't it? Because there was a cat and a frog as well. So I don't know if did the cat live with Hector? I think the cat lived with Hector. Was the cat pink? And then didn't the frog live over the next door and used to poke over the fence? Not literally. Was the cat called Fifi or was that the frog? I can't remember. Can you remember, Gemma? But yes, Hector. Yeah, that I'm sure that was French. And what another weird one? Crystal Tips and Alistair. That was weird, wasn't it? I should make a video. I should make a video just reminiscing about all these kiddies programs. Oh, Gregor says it's true about the farts, and he loves the smell of his own farts. Oh, good. I don't feel so weird. If I could capture them in a jar and smell them, oh no, that is a bit weird. I don't think I'd capture. I like to inhale them fresh, straight from the sphincter to my nose. In fact, because Gregor's admitted that it's true, I'm going to let one rip and improve my health. Hang on a minute. I hope that. That's the first time I farted on YouTube, folks, and it was quite violent. It was quite violent. Let me see. Waft. Oh, it's one of those. What's it? No, silent but violent. No, that's when you do a silent fart that really stinks. This was violent, but I can't detect an odour. Oh, that's a disappointment. I'm still probably getting the health benefits. Oh, it's better than going out into a mountain, onto a top of a mountain or an Alp. Just sit at home sniffing your own farts and you live a long, happy life. That's what I say. Oh, dear. It's okay, it's after midnight. Crikey. So we can talk about... So anyway, try it, folks. Have a load of beans tomorrow and just spend the day sniffing your own farts. It's best done in bed as well, because you can let one rip. I don't know why I'm saying this. You can let the farts come, and then you just lift up the duvet and waft. Better than any scented candle any day, isn't it? What are you watching, dear? I'm watching some idiot talking about sniffing his own farts. Oh. Well, it's better than what the BBC are putting out, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Far better. Oh, yes, I thought, Gemma, I thought you rang my lord. I mean, it's got a lot of Heidi-Hi folk in it. If you liked Heidi-Hi, you'll see a lot of familiar faces. I also watched the fairly obscure Oh, Dr. Beeching, which I enjoyed as well, which also features a lot of Heidi-Hi. You Rang My Lord is it's not your typical half-hour sitcom because it goes on for longer than half an hour. I think it's 50 minutes. And the storylines followed, they weren't off. You can watch them alone. You can watch a single episode and enjoy it. But the story sort of continued. I really liked it. It will be on one of the channels on the Doodah. But yes, I think it was good. Oh, Audrey's making us a green face. Well, Audrey, I'm sorry. You haven't lived if you've not enjoyed your own smells. It's come out. Basically, a fart is the result of what you've eaten, and you obviously like what you put into your mouth. So, and it goes through your own body. So, why wouldn't you enjoy the gases that your foods produce? Why not? As long as you don't have a wet one. I don't like a wet fart. It's okay when you're at home and you can change your pants and have a bit of a clean up. It's quite uncomfortable if you have a wet one when you're out and about. It's not happened to me in my adult years, I don't think. I never saw The Royal. Is that the one set in Scarborough with Wendy Craig? I've seen bits of it. Well, Julia has said my name with some exclamation marks. I don't know if that's about the fart. Possibly. We all do it. Even the Queen of England used to poo, fart, wee, and when she was younger, once a month, she used to bleed out of her front bottom. I'm sorry everyone does it. Well, I'm not sure about her, actually. I won't say anything. If Elliot's still here, I can't really say, but I personally think the Queen used to sleep on a rock that was heated with an infrared lamp. I don't know. I've seen things. But I'm sure she was a lovely lady. I never met her. My father did in his work. I've been looking through the photo albums, and there's close-up photos of the Queen stood next to various trains on various stations. I don't think he ever got to shake her gloved hand. I'm not sure. Oh, if you can lose weight farting, why am I not stick thin? I don't know. Well, I'm sorry, Gemma. I think women fart too. I've heard my mum fart. No, you see, that's different. The poo smell when you're doing toilet. You see, that's different. Normally, there's not a fart I don't like the smell. Why are we talking about farts? Normally, there's not a fart that I do that I don't enjoy. But there are times when I do a poo and I think, I'm not keen on that one. Not really sure. I don't really like the bouquet of that. Some of the poos I do, I think, oh yes, but I don't really sort of savor the smelling of the poo. But there are times when I get up off the toilet and I say to myself, that was a good poo. I'm sure some of you might know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you can sit there and it comes out smoothly. It's a nice consistency, nice color, nice shape, and you feel that you're fully evacuated. It's not left a smear mess on your bot. I've got a new thing. Um, I've stopped using toilet wipes, you know, the wet wipes, and I've bought this thing called Wipe, WHYPE. I should make a video of it and show it in action. There is a video on Facebook, but they show it on a forearm. They show a forearm that looks like it's covered in poo, and they're showing the difference between a normal bum wipe and this wipe thing. And I'm thinking, if you've got poo all the way up your forearm, you're obviously not doing it right. But anyway, this wipe thing, I think it was on Dragon's Den. Instead of using a separate wipe, you use the existing toilet paper. So it comes in this handy pump dispenser that you can hang on your toilet roll holder. And you can have one or two pumps depending on the severity of the bottom mess. I normally use one. So then you just get a couple of after you've wiped dry once or twice, you press the button on this little silver metal canister refillable thing, and the gel comes out the top, and you wipe the toilet paper over the top of it to put it on the toilet paper, and then and then you finish off with a dry one, and it seems quite effective. Nobody's ever complained about my bottom, but nobody goes near it. I don't even. This is very. Why are we talking about bottoms and farts and poo? I don't know. Can we get off this subject, please? Honestly. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get that cordless wet vac. I can't afford all these things. I know. I don't know why people think I can just buy this, that, and the other. I can't, and especially now. I mean, I can't. I can't afford it. I just and this. They're just. It's not like it's something brand new. It's just a cordless, wet and dry vac, really. I mean, I've got a cordless pneumatic using that new battery, so all I have to do is take the no, no, I can't do that. Can't. Well, I suppose I could take the top of that and put it on a regular Charles, as long as it's got the float valve. No, I've still got pneumatics I've already got that. I'm not planning on buying anything new now. I've only just bought a Henry Clean Air. Oh, you smell women smells like roses, do they? I thought it was more lavender. Is it roses? Oh, well, I assume women have much the same arrangement internally regarding the digestive system. I can feel another one brewing, actually. I'm not going to force this one out because I was really disappointed with the last one. It didn't feel, it just didn't fulfill the brief. You know, it sounded good. It felt quite violent coming out. It wasn't a sneaky one. It was a real blast, but I didn't get the payoff. So I'm going to leave it. I'm leaving it. I'm not going to do another one. Okay. I'm going to leave it. I'll save it for bedtime, which is coming up. I'll save it for when I can waft it over my, with a duvet. Okay. Oh, my phone's getting very hot. It's never been on for this length of time. I'm still on an iPhone 8 Plus. I've no plans on upgrading. Oh, toast at this hour, Julia. Have you got Marmite on it? Are you having it just with some butter or marge? Or have you got some jam, peanut butter, Marmite, honey? What else can we have on toast? Let's talk about toast. Let's talk about toast. Was that a song? There was a song called Toast. I like a bit of toast. Yeah, that got into the charts. Only in the UK. Oops. Oh, I'm on low power mode. No, no need to I've got my own intelligence. I don't need Apple's. I hate AI. And anyway, I'm sure I'll be able to have Apple Intelligence on my fairly new MacBook when it gets upgraded. And even possibly even on my iPad Pro, I'll probably be able to get intelligence on that. Although if it's anything like the technology I use, it won't be intelligent. Do you know what I hate? I hate those bloody videos on YouTube that use AI or that artificial voice. I switch them straight off and I click those three little dots and say, "Do not show me this channel again." I get fooled by thinking it's a real person. Well, you can tell they're not. It's just if you're not prepared to put your own voice, you don't have to show your face, but if you're not prepared to speak yourself on a YouTube channel, then I'm not interested in anything that this bot has to say. I'm a bit worried about AI. Um, I'm, um, I'm hoping it won't replace me. I don't know if it could. I don't think AI could replace me, but one day it might, you know. But AI at the moment, you can easily and these AI pictures, you can tell as soon as I see things coming up on Facebook and people, well, there's a recent one of it was supposed to be old ladies. It was three old ladies, triplets they were, and it showed them back when they were in their 20s and how they are now. Clearly AI. I can spot it a mile off. And there's people commenting on, oh, it's lovely to see you ladies still going strong, blah blah. And I'm thinking they're not bloody real. You stupid, stupid people. Don't comment on things like that. You can, and they even do AI of naughty pictures of chaps, with their tops off. And you're thinking, right, nobody's got skin that bloody smooth. I don't like to see that anyway. I want to see the real thing if I have to look at anything like that. Warts and all. But no, I'm not. I don't like the way things are going with this AI because people are gonna lose their jobs. Can we trust it? I don't think so. I don't think we can trust this AI, and I'm not keen on using it really at all. No, I could use AI to make my belly a bit smaller, perhaps. But I think the best way for me is to get bouncing on my rebounder and stop eating so much, because I could make the belly smaller on the screen, but that's not going to help my health, is it? No. I don't have tits. It looked like I had tits there, but I don't have tits. I'm not even an A cup. At least I haven't. I've still got firm pecs. There's nothing I can really grab hold of. But with Mark, unfortunately, I can play a tune on his. Don't tell him. He'll be fast asleep. Oh, toast was Paul Young. Oh, before he laid his hat. Well, you're not. You don't have to be sorry. Brad plays 14. I don't think it's spam, but just be aware I can't afford to bring every single vacuum people ask for. Basically, just at the moment I'm just buying what I like. So it might be a bit samey some of the stuff because I don't like a lot of new things. Oh, I did see the Musk robe. I don't trust that Musk. I don't trust him. People are hailing him as a saviour and all this. No, I don't trust him. He's got some very dubious past, dubious family. And I always remember a few years back, a couple of years or so, whenever it was, he's supposed to have put a Tesla into orbit. Do you remember that? And I remember him saying you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. Well, of course it was fake. But there were I just thought, of course that's not real. And I don't think he's intelligent at all. Like, he comes across as a thicko to me. I just don't trust I just can't trust anybody, I'm afraid. I don't think there's anyone coming to save us unless there's a second. Apparently, the second coming of Jesus Christ is in the offing, but it's going to be a false flag. It'll be the Antichrist. So you've got to be careful. I just don't know. I don't trust anyone, even if I agree with what they say. I don't trust them. Don't trust anyone, folks. Apart from me, you can trust me. I tell you the truth. I've been talking for 20 minutes about farts. I mean, that proves I'm real. Who else is going to talk about farts for 20 minutes? Well, perhaps a lot of people. if you watch Bottom. Um, Bottom is a sitcom, by the way. If you're not, I'm talking about Bottom with Rick Mayall and Ade Edmondson. That sitcom. I'm not talking about Bottoms. Uh, well, Gemma, the only way I can avoid not eating naughty things is not having them in the house, because once I know they're there, they start calling to me, you know, and I think, oh, I've got some Star Bars in the cupboard. Oh, I could just have one of those. And then, I keep thinking about it, and then soon the impulse to go and grab that Star Bar is too strong. But if it meant I'd have to go to a shop and buy it, then I wouldn't have the Star Bar. So I do have a lot of crap in at the moment, I'm afraid. Um, I'm getting through it, But I'll probably buy more crap. That's the trouble. Oh, I don't want anyone replacing the battery in my phone. I don't want them seeing what's in it. I will upgrade at some point, but I'm not going to get the latest model. I might upgrade to like a 14 at the very latest, maybe a 12. But I've no need to. I hardly use my phone. Most of the time, I don't know where it is. I only mainly use my phone when I'm away from home. I use it, I what's the word? There's a special word, but I connect it to my iPad, so I browse on the internet on my iPad, but use the phone to get the interweb. Wirelessly hotspot thing, is it called? I don't know. So, well, you can sometimes, Audrey, you can see AI in the title. I've seen AI mentioned in on Instagram, because I see a picture, I think, oh, that's nice, and then I think there's something off about it, and then I look at the title, and then sometimes there's AI mentioned, but often there's times when it's not. It doesn't say it's AI. At the moment, it's I spot it easily, but it's going to get better and better, and it's soon going to be a stage when you're not going to know what's real or not, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think you should know what you're watching is genuine. I mean, they fake the moon landings, but think what they can fake with AI that's going to convince a lot of stupid people that it's real. So there's going to be a stage when we can't believe our own eyes, unfortunately. So I'm not happy about artificial intelligence. I mean, those two words don't go together. Artificial intelligence. No, it's not a good thing. Well, Gemma, look it up. I'm sure it's still on YouTube. Put in Tesla car fired into space. If they strapped a Tesla car apparently to a rocket, and it was supposed to be orbiting around the Earth, and there was footage of it, and they'd put a model of a spaceman in the driver's seat. Honestly, it was the most fake thing, but it was being passed off as real. But Musk did make a joke about it. Oh, it's got to be real because it looks so fake, but it was fake, clearly. No, they're getting rid. I still have a landline. Some people still have landlines, but landlines are getting turned off apparently. The good thing about a landline is that you can use your phone in a power cut. Well, I know you can use a mobile phone in a power cut, but back in the day, if we had a power cut, and we did get them when I was a child, you could still communicate with people via your landline phone because it didn't rely on your mains electricity. So I do have a plugged-in phone, but it hardly ever rings, and it does work as a landline. But yes, I believe landlines will be turned off within the next few years. So yes, I think most people, I don't know what the percentage is, but a lot of people won't have a landline number anymore. Oh well, don't give your dog too much Milky Way. They shouldn't have chocolate, dogs. I think milk chocolate's not so bad. I think it's the dark chocolate that can kill dogs if they get some dark chocolate. But I think, I mean, it's mainly a bit of milk and fat in a Milky Way, isn't it? So yeah, as long as he doesn't get hold of a whole packet and stuff it, I think that would be okay. I can't believe we used to give our dogs Maltesers as treats when my dad was alive, and peanuts. I don't think peanuts are allowed, and grapes you're not supposed to give to dogs. Um, so try not to give my dogs anything with sugar in. I always get loads of dog treats have added sugars, so I try not to give them the ones that say added. Not that it matters now. Daisy's only got a couple of teeth. I mean, they're both 15. I mean, I've just thought, crikey, let them have a little lick out of my yogurt pot now because, bless them, we don't know how much longer we've got them for. I mean, what do you bloody? I've got Alexa talking to me. He's got a man's voice now. I didn't know you could do that. I just said, Alexa, can you talk like a man? And Alexa started talking like a man. So I'm less rude to Alexa now. Obviously, I don't call him a bitch. I was very rude to female Alexa, but I'm not quite so rude. Mark says please and thank you to Alexa. I mean, really? You don't have to be polite, Mark. Oh, it's only has yes, that's fine. Well, the way we get the dogs to have their worming tablets, etc., is cheese. That's their weakness. Whenever Mark gets cheese out of the fridge, they're in that kitchen. They can smell it from wherever they are. It's cheese with my dogs. So that's what we normally shove the pills into, bit of cheese. So, look at that grooming action. Right, I better go, folks. I only came on because there's nothing to watch on telly and I was bored. So we've had a lot of discussions about whatever, farts, children's television, politics, vacuum cleaners, Christmas, Marks and Spencer's. So, I think we've covered most things. Well, we can't cover everything, obviously, but I think I might be able to leave this one up. I deleted the other one because of the copyright thing, but I don't think I've been too controversial, have I? I mean, somebody will take offence at something, but, if you don't like talking about, bodily functions, I'll have to put a warning up or something. Don't watch if you're sensitive to farts. But I'm going to bed now, folks. I'm now ready for it. I'm way past my bedtime. It's 12:30. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to let the farts flow. And I'll be up in the morning and crack on with my day. So, yes, you should be in bed by now, Elliot. Anyway, you need your sleep. I bet you didn't get as much sleep in that hospital. All sorts of strange goings on and noises, and people trying to stick thermometers up your bum. I've seen it in Carry On films. I don't know if it's like that anymore. I don't know if you get any big-titted nurses coming up with castor oil for you to drink, or a bottle for you to pee into for a sample. I don't know if it's the same, but hopefully it is. If I go into hospital, I want Barbara Windsor character with very pointy tits and a cheeky laugh, bringing me a cup of tea. And I want a big fat matron like Hattie Jakes. I want all that. And if it's not like that, I'll complain. I'll say, where's Hattie Jakes' character? Where's Dr. Soper? Where's the repressed homosexual? Come on. I've been brought up on Carry On films. They call them Nightingale wards, I think, those big wards with all the beds in. Oh, I'd have to be in a private room if I had to go into hospital. Fingers crossed I don't. I'd rather treat myself at home if I could, but obviously, Elliot, you had to. But anyway, I'm glad you're home, and I know you're 100% glad you're home. I bet you. I wouldn't be surprised, Elliot, if there was some tears when you crossed that threshold. I hope Matt carried you over the threshold, and when you saw your pussies again and had a nice stroke and heard the purring, I bet you wept like a baby. Am I right? I would have wept. I cried when I came home from London. I was that relieved. I was that relieved to get back to home, back to Yorkshire where I belong. Oh, it was awful. Right then, good night. Um, thanks for keeping me company. It was nice chatting. It got rid of 150 minutes nearly. Where's the time gone? But it is time. It's time for my bed as well. So obviously it's not bedtime for some of you, but for those in the UK, enjoy a lovely rest. And I thought there would be Elliot. I knew there'd be tears from Elliot. So anyway, good night everyone, and I'll see you at some point. I need to get lots of video editing done so I can put some more videos up on this channel. So I'll get on with that tomorrow. So bye bye, and I'll see you soon.